Hey everybody, welcome back. This time I decided to hop on a train and take it to a town called Tamaru. Despite being a pretty small place, they do have some castle ruins, which I walk around on. It was built in 1336, the castle. So as you'll see in this video, it's pretty impressive. There's also a small museum there for the newspaper Asahi Shimbun, which was founded by someone from this area. And that's a major newspaper that still runs today. I also popped by a few other spots on the way, so if you'd like to skip the walking around, just check the timestamps below and you can jump to whichever parts you prefer. I won't talk over the video too much, just enjoy the natural sounds of walking around on this beautiful day, really sunny day. Maybe I'll pop on in if there's something important to point out. But, well, looks like we're here, so enjoy the video. So finally, we've made it to the castle grounds, the castle ruins. As you can see on this sign here, we've got the ruins, and then also I'm going to go to that museum too. You might be hearing some music or some sounds. That's because there's a school in the area. So they're practicing music and doing some sports and stuff. These are the cherry blossom petals. About last week was about the peak of them. So now they're all falling down and it still looks really nice. But they're everywhere on the ground and especially in the water and everything. So let's walk up to the castle grounds and see what it looks like. So, after taking a very roundabout way, we finally make it to the castle ruins. I think normally people are supposed to take a path on the other side, but I took this bizarre little back trail. But as you can see, these are the rocks here, and there's more in the distance, and it goes up higher. But this is where the castle would be built on top of. The castle has obviously since been destroyed, but these are the original kind of base that it was built on top of. You can see all the vines and the moss and stuff growing on them. And up ahead, there's some that are even a little more overgrown. So I'm going to go up on top of that, and we can see the view of the whole area. It's really nice. So let's go. So as far as I could tell, this seems to be the highest point. This is probably a lookout tower or something like that. So it was such a nice day, I took a break from recording and I just relaxed here for a while. And then just at the spur of the moment, I decided to do a little live stream. So I'll actually link that video down below or in a little card here or something. So feel free to check that out if you want. And so in that live stream, I just kind of walk around this area a little bit more, and then I walk back down to the bottom. But after this, then we walk over to the museum. So let's take a look at that. So this museum is kind of two parts. The first, it's very small, but the first section is kind of the area and of the castle and things like that. And then as you can see, this fella here, Ryohei Murayama, he is an important kind of historical figure of the area. So this place is pretty quiet. So I'll just maybe commentate a little bit of this so we know what we're looking at, because there's really not much ambience sound going on. But for example, these are little spearheads, little sharpened rocks, little spearheads. As you can see, there's a lot of pottery, and these are things that were just discovered through excavating the area. Got a cool horse there. Some are in pretty good condition like that. That's surprisingly good, and you can see the same thing there in the field where they found it. These ones are cool. These are actually to hold down the fishing lines, for the nets, I mean, and catching fish. So they were like shaped rocks that would be carved specifically to be tied up. So this must have been in one of the temples or something, but a really impressive statue. I don't know how many hands are there, but it's quite a bit. Really amazing sculpting work. A lot of heads, too. So many faces to wash each morning. And this is an overhead view of, I guess, probably what it would have looked like back then, I guess. I don't know. I forgot to look, but I don't know if there's a date for this model here, but it's definitely old Japan. So maybe this is what it looked like at its peak, I guess, when the castle was still up and going. And they had some swords there too, which are, as you can see, in nice condition. Pretty shiny. I didn't show them all, but they had a few more than these too. No handles or anything, just the blades. You can see there's actually some writing that would be covered by the handle. But maybe that has more information of who made it. Here we've got basically what the castle would look like. So it wasn't a huge one. It seems to be 3 floors or so. So Iga has kind of a similar, smaller one like that. But this is all information about the castle and the dates of like when it was made and when it eventually got destroyed and things. And this is like that map or like the miniature we saw before. This is a map of the area. And these are actually old maps from back then. So it looked like there was a moat maybe around that area. That the blue on the edge. I don't know what these are. I didn't take time to try to read these or translate them or anything like that. But these are really old scrolls. You can tell the type of writing, it's really old. So now we're getting into Ryohei's information. There he is right there. So he founded the Asahi Shimbun newspaper, which I said at the start of this video is still like a really big newspaper all around Japan. It's quite popular. So they've got, as you can see, some of his clothes here. This is a timeline of him. So it says when he started out, he was kind of like a wild kid, but then when he like hit puberty or a little before, he calmed down, and it turned out he was a pretty smart guy. He's got a nice smile. And so it just talks all about his history there. Some nice pictures. Dapper looking gentleman. It's fun to see these really old photos. And here they've got reprints of all the old newspapers, the Asahi newspaper, on like B4 size paper, really nice quality. This is one of them here. I threw one of these up, or this clip actually, as a YouTube short so you could see. But they're so cool. I want to go back and just flip through these volumes because you can see all this really great artwork. It's really interesting. It's like a nice blend between really old Japanese art and slightly more modern. This is from 1888, this particular one that I'm flipping through. But it looks really great. There's a yokai, some ghost story or something like that, which is cool. And this is a samurai. So maybe they had some old stories in them and stuff. And then one suit of armor right there. Hello. Couldn't help it. This was so reflective. I tried to show it from different angles, but it was really hard to see on camera because it's so shiny. But he had a big mustache there. But yeah, I mean, it's a small, just I think 2-room museum, but it's free. Anybody can just come in anytime they want and take a look. So you can't argue with that. We've also got lots of flyers there and things for people who want to know more about the area or the history and things like that. So from here on out, I go to one more place, which is a shrine nearby. Just up ahead, take a right, and we go down this little road. So let's go to the shrine, and then we'll be at the end. Well, there you go. That was Tamaru, a nice little town in Mie Prefecture. The castle grounds were really peaceful. Some other nice things to see. It was good. So I'm going to do more of these types of videos now that the spring and summer has come. I want to get back out there, get walking around and exploring. So if you're interested in that, stick around. There'll be more things to see. There will be game stuff once in a while, but right now I kind of want to enjoy the summer and just explore around this country. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.